We're at the Dunham River 24-hour stopover, campsite, stopover, whatever they call it, which is really nice. Some really nice clean toilets, some picnic tables, fire pits. I don't know how much you can see. I'll spin it around over there. There's some really nice, lovely shady trees. It's a great little spot. So, got our own picnic table. Don't tell anyone. Lisa's hard at work making me a hammock. I think it's, what's this one's a pot holder, is it?
No.
Plant holder?
Plant holder.
Haven't got any plants though.
It's made me stop.
Okay, can't disrupt her. She's concentrating. So she got the gear from the same lady that made this for us, called Hang Me Up in Broome. Hang on, I'll get back a bit so you can see it. So it's a triple hat hanger, which works really well. I just put a hook down the bottom down here just to stop it from swinging around while we're driving, but it's great. It's really good. So anyway, we're just here overnight and then into Lake Argyle tomorrow. So we had a little bit of fun today, pulled up for lunch and discovered one of our tyres has a huge slash in it. Very suspicious that it's a knife slash. We did refuel in...
I don't think you can say that.
We did refuel in Halls Creek, and it certainly wasn't there this morning when we left Mary Pool, and then we discovered it after we left Halls Creek. So, and it does look like a knife cut. There's no scuff marks or anything on it. It's a pretty clean cut. Anyway, we're jumping to conclusions there. So I got the spare tyre on, and then the next thing that happened is I've cracked a tooth. So fun and games. So booked into a dentist in Karratha, not in Karratha, in Kununurra. In a week's time, believe it or not. The dentist is going on 4 days holiday. So as of tomorrow, so we're not going to make it there in time for that. So I'm booked in a week. Hopefully I can survive the week with a sore tooth. Anyway, time for a cuppa. And then contemplate lighting the fire later on. We could hear footsteps in the bushes just behind us. Couldn't work out exactly what it was, but I think we know what it was now. It was this fella here. I think we might just let him be. There you go. Doesn't seem to be that. A little bit of wildlife. Well, we're in the Northern Territory. Crossed the border this afternoon, came out of Lake Argyle, and we're in the Keep River National Park, which is only 3 kilometres on the Northern Territory side of the border crossing. So it's a very quick trip. It's about, what would it be, 80 kilometres out of Kununurra, maybe 90 at the most. No, it wouldn't even be that. It'd be 30 plus 20, it'd be about 50 kilometres out of Kununurra to get to the Keep River National Park. And you can see we're camped in here. There's not a lot of information on the campsites. There's actually 2 campsites. There's one that's 16 kilometres from the main road, and then the second one, which is the one that we're in, and I'll go and find the name of it shortly. That's about 30 kilometres from the turnoff, and the road in general was pretty good. A little bit corrugated, but once again, let your tyres down. We dropped the tyres to 30 on the car, 30 all round, and 40 on the van, and no trouble at all. It was actually pretty good. The road wasn't bad at all, just a little bit corrugated in some places, but in general, pretty good. But just the campsite's really lovely. There's fire pits and tables, and it's really good. But as I was saying, there's not a lot of information on the size of the bays, but what we found is that the bays around the outside, the ring road, are really good size. They'd have to be 10 by 15 or something like that. And then there's a road that cuts through the middle, and bays 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I think. Certainly 10, 11, 12 and 13 are camper trailer size. They're not really caravan size. But if you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're around the outside, and they are really good size. No trouble at all getting in. We had a little bit of fun and games getting into ours. I'll take you down there and show you. Not only is the site relatively small, but the road is quite narrow. So there's an empty one, site 13. So it would be probably, I'll step it out for you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 metres wide by, call it 8 metres deep. That's about it. Our caravan's 8 metres long overall, so we might have another metre or two, and then just get around here. You can see with the van and the awning, we've pretty well filled the site, and it's pretty tight getting in. We got in no trouble in the end, just took a bit of zigzagging around to get in there. You right there, Lise? Can I get you a glass of wine or anything?
Shortly.
So here's site 2. As you can see, it is huge. It'll be a good 20 metres deep, and still the same, probably 8 metres wide. Step it out again. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Call it 7 metres wide. But it's huge, and plenty of room to actually get into it, unlike our site. And that's number 2, and then this is number 1 just up over here. Once again, it's huge. No trouble at all getting in there. So if you're with a caravan, larger vans, they're the ones to get into, the ones around the outside of the ring. There we go, there's a park map, that'll make it easier. So as you can see, these ones around the outside are really nice and big, and these ones in the middle, even though they show them at the same size, are definitely not the same size. Perfect for a camper trailer, but for a caravan it's a bit tricky getting in there, without a doubt. We're in number 12. It's nowhere near that big. It's tiny. Anyway, that's the layout. So if you're coming in with a caravan, go for the numbers around the outside: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And if you've got a camper trailer, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 are okay for you. That should make sense. By the way, you need to book online before you come in. It's the Northern Territory Parks site, I think it is. No reception in here at all, Telstra or Optus, so you need to do it before you get here. Apparently you can get good reception at the border, somebody was telling me, and then if you climb to top of the lookout here, you can get 1 bar of Telstra reception as well. Anyway, that's it. Don't know why I'm walking down this road. Just leads me back to the border. So this morning we're on the Jarnam Walks, which is a 7.5 kilometre loop. It says it takes between 3 to 4 hours. Goes up over the hills, through the valleys, down the dales. So we're looking forward to it. We were just saying before, it's been a long time since we've had a bit of a hike, so we're looking forward to doing this. Fairly early. What time is it? 8 o'clock, 8:15. In Western Australian time, it's really only 6:45. So a reasonably early start. So I think we've reached the gap in the hills where we start and climb up now, up to the lookout. Really pleasant walk so far, it's lovely. There's a beautiful big bow tree over in the bush over there, it's just gorgeous. So I made it to the top of the hill. So what's that? It's just over 3 kilometres. It took us 45 minutes. So we just got to the Indigenous art site, but I wouldn't be overly excited about it. Let me show you what I mean. Don't often see the roots of the boab, do you? Normally they're voluntarily planted. So this is the wiggly snake.
I think most of it's all deteriorated. It's a nice walk there.
It's a lovely walk. That's something else. And then the emu's about the one that is most recognisable. there's the emu. And that's it. Still, it's a beautiful walk.
Beautiful.
Beautiful old Boab. These Boabs are just stunning. They're not really, they're really ugly, but they're so ugly they're gorgeous. Here's an unusual looking Boab tree. You don't often see them malformed like this. Looks like it's being embraced. It looks like it might have been, I don't know, something's happened to it just there. Changed its path. Very unusual. Okay, so this morning we're doing the Gemmamoon walk, which is up through the gorge along the creek by the looks of it. It's only a short one, 3 kilometres return, so that shouldn't be too tricky. And it's a lovely overcast day today, although we say lovely overcast day today at the moment, but if it doesn't charge our solar panels, we'll be cursing it. So anyway, let's have a walk up here. Some beautiful Boabs up here. Look at those, some crackers. Couple of beautiful big Boabs here. It's actually quite interesting. We've seen Boabs that are bare, like you normally see them, like these two, and then we've also seen them in full leaf, and we've seen them when they're all yellowed up, dropping their leaves as well. And you get on one side of the road lush and green, on the other side of the road they're all bare. So it's quite interesting. I'm not sure exactly what triggers them to drop their leaves, but yeah, we've seen all sorts on our trip so far. Such iconic trees. They're just so pretty. This looks like the indigenous rock art site. Very old. Quite incredible. So we just pulled up for a compulsory photo of the car under a Boab tree, deep in the Keep River National Park. It's really, really pretty country. As you can see, really dry. It's surprising how dry it is. You would have thought that we're sort of early or mid-June really, and we thought it'd be a little bit greener, but it does dry out very, very quickly.
Couldn't be more Australian if you thought. Listening to Macca.
Oh, that's right. So we're listening to Macca underneath a Boab tree in the Keep River National Park. It's pretty cool. So Lisa's prepping dinner. It's spaghetti bolognese tonight with chorizo by the looks of it as well. Everything we've got in the fridge that we can't take back into WA is going into the spaghetti sauce.
Well, we can take all of that except the onion.
That looks good. And are we having my favourite twisty spaghetti?
Jesus, you change your mind all the time. You're fickle.
I love a good spaghetti. Spaghetti and risotto. It's my two favourite meals. I think my Italian heritage might be showing a little bit there. I love a good risotto. Okay, I'm just going to run through for you the way that I think you should do the walks. Now, there's a little bit of a difference of opinion between Lisa and myself in this, but anyway, this is what I reckon. Lisa can do her own video. So there's the two campsites, the Gurangdalang campsite, that's the closest one to the main road. 16k in. There's only a short walk there, it's about 2 kilometres, and if you do that one really early in the morning is the best time. Get up early, do it just after sunrise. You get all the cane grass all illuminated by the rising sun, and then when you get up to the top of the cliffs, all of the distant cliffs are all being illuminated by the rising sun as well. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's my tip for that one, early in the morning. The second campsite, the Jarman campsite, which is the one that's deeper into the national park, 30 odd kilometres from the main road. There's 3 walks there, but they kind of combine into a loop. So the first one is the Niggli walk, so N-I-G-L-I, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I think that you should do that one first thing in the morning, really nice and early. Same thing, as you're walking in towards the domes, it's kind of like the mini bungles, but the morning sun's illuminating all those domes. It's absolutely beautiful. So do that one direct into the gap, do that in the morning. And then the second one is the lookout, the Jarnam lookout walk, and that one is definitely worth doing late in the afternoon. It takes about 25 minutes from the camp to walk to the top of the lookout. So if you go up there about an hour and a half before the sun goes down, it'll give you an easy walk in, give you at least half an hour or so up on the top, and then an easy walk back out again. But take a torch just in case you get your timing wrong. But late in the afternoon, it's sensational, absolutely beautiful with the sun going down. And then if you want to fill a day, you can do the entire walk, start in the morning and do the full loop if you want to. It's about 7.5 kilometres, but that's how I think you should be doing the walks, and that way you'll get the best out of the morning or afternoon sun. So we're in Wyndham at the moment, and we've just come up to the Five Rivers Lookout to watch the sun go down, which it seems to be doing quite well. But this is a really specky lookout up here. There's also a great picnic spot with barbecues and picnic tables and things, but what a magnificent view. It's absolutely beautiful. Looking, you won't see it, but I'll turn you around. But as you look towards the south, you can see the Coburn Range there, which is kind of where the Gibb River Road ends, pops out from behind the Coburn Range. And this is the Cambridge Gulf, I think. I'll put a subtitle in if it's wrong. But great spot. Great spot to come watch the sun go down and have a sundowner. So I'm just going to do just a quick look at the Wyndham Caravan Park. So this is the non-powered area. It's just a bit of a dry grass bed, but it's fine, no dust, and plenty of room. Bit of a communal fire pit in the middle there. We got here quite late, so we were parked right at the very end. But it's a bit of a walk to the facilities, but it's not going to kill you. And we'll go in a bit further and I'll show you the powered side as well. Sorry guys. Largest boab tree in captivity. Not sure what that exactly means, but there it is. Beautiful looking boab. Certainly beats the big mango as far as attractions go. So we're just filling up with water. We were unpowered. How much was it? $35? 30 bucks. 30 bucks for 2 adults unpowered. But they're more than happy for you to fill your water up on your way out if you wish. And here's the powered section. How good is this? Beautiful shady sites underneath the trees. Lots of grass. So it's a very unexpected little oasis here in Wyndham Caravan Park. This is only one half of it, there's another half round a bit further. But they've got a little cafe here, really nice clean ablutions. All in all, it's a great spot. So if you're wanting to stay out of Kununurra, the rat race that Kununurra can be at this time of year, this is not a bad option at all. Wyndham Caravan Park. Town, there's not a great deal to do in town, so don't set your expectations too high, but it's certainly worth a look around. Well, you're not going to believe it. We're in Kununurra. We're just outside Kununurra, down at Buttons Crossing, and it's freezing. 16 degrees. Do you believe it? 16 degrees in the Kimberley. They'll be dropping dead in the street in Kununurra. So we're just inside, hiding from the rain a little bit, and just waiting for another half an hour so we can have a coffee. So Lisa's still working hard on her macrame. Doing a good job there, Lisa.
It's harder than you imagine.
I'm a little bit nervous that you're using my bottle of red wine as the base. So you just be very careful with that. So anyway, so we're going to we're just hiding from the rain. We're waiting. We've got a coffee machine coming, a little gas top cooking coffee machine. Glenn, my brother-in-law, has one. Highly recommended it. So we bit the bullet. They're on sale, and they're 40% off. What's going on there? I'm a little bit nervous because we're in crocodile country. But here's something rustling underneath the caravan. And there's a big croc here, big salty, just up the river about 200 metres. It's huge, be 4 metres long at least. So but anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, the coffee machine. So they're on sale, so we ordered one, and it's been 2 weeks coming from Sydney, and hopefully it will arrive today. And once that's here, then we're pushing across the border back into the Northern Territory, we think. We'll see. That might change again by this afternoon, but anyway, we'll see. But as I said, it's freezing. This is just not Kununurra weather at all. It's very chilly, very wintry, as you can see out there. It's funny, we every time we see rain, we say, oh, we don't see rain very much, but boy, oh boy, we've seen a bit of rain in the last couple of months. I guess it was our turn. Okay, I'm going back inside. It's too cold out here. 16 degrees. No one will be stepping outside in town, that's for sure. So we're just back here at Buttons Crossing, or actually on the maps it's actually called Buttons Gap. Take your pick. But on the banks of the Ord River, and we thought we'd just have one more night here before we headed off for the Northern Territory. So, but have a look how pretty it is. This is a really nice campsite. Buttons Crossing or Buttons Gap. So if you're around the Kununurra area, looking for somewhere out of town to get away from the chaos in Kununurra. Of course, boy oh boy, there's some caravans in here at the moment. But this place is certainly worth popping down to. It's not that hard to get to, pretty easy really. A couple of little sandy spots to get through, but we let our tyres down anyway, just to make it easier, and you can get through them no trouble at all, and find yourself a camp beside the river with no neighbours but the saltwater crocodiles. How pretty is it? Hey, how pretty is that? It is just beautiful. So I joke about the freshwater crocodiles quite a bit, but in all seriousness, there are lots of crocodiles in this river, and there's a monster. I'll put a picture in of him laying on the banks upstream a little bit further, but he's 4 metres plus. But
he's got manky teeth though.
Yeah, bit of an overbite by the looks of things. But if you are camped down here, just be very careful, and just be aware. Yeah, be croc-wise, because they are certainly around, no doubt at all. Even though it looks very tempting to go for a swim, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.